Welcome to my channel Awaken with Pradnyaa, and today I decided to do a quick impromptu video on a question that somebody asked me. Can one refrain from contacting their twin flame forever? It is also important to see how this question has been asked. Can I refrain from contacting my twin flame? So when you are using the word refrain, that means there is something that you want to do, but you are kind of trying to resist that action. So when you are wanting something to do, that means your soul is wanting it, that your soul wants to contact your twin flame, but then your ego wants to refrain. So there is some sort of a resistance that is being created in this whole dynamic, that I want, but I want to refrain. That word itself explains it well. If you really go deeper in this question and try to find the root thought or the seed thought that has sprouted this question, where has this question originated from? Resistance, ego mind, and fear. Some past experience that you have heard, you have got disappointed, the whole experience is absolutely painful. There is some sort of a fear of disappointment, fear of rejection, fear of things not going the way you want them to go. Or somewhere your subtle ego is saying that why I have to initiate contact every time. They don't care. They don't seem to be valuing this connection in any way. So I am not the one who will initiate this contact ever. Whatever happens, I don't want to make any contact with my twin flame. So there are some twin flames who are kind of knowingly or unknowingly getting into the ego space because they are hurt and somewhere they are disappointed, or they are also somewhere fearful about the uncertainty, and they come to this whole threshold where they want to decide that come what may, I don't want to initiate contact with my twin flame ever. I don't want to talk to them ever. And if I do that, probably my life will be better. I would be able to move on. The bottom line is that you need to understand a basic dynamic of how twin flame connection works. Twin flame connection is a spiritual connection. Your twin flame is the activator and the facilitator of your spiritual journey. So whatever happens in your twin flame journey, whatever happens in your connection separation cycle is a part of the divine intervention. So it doesn't at all matter if you decide to refrain from contacting your twin flame or not. If they are supposed to be in front of you at a specific time or a juncture in your journey, they will appear in front of you. If at all you are supposed to initiate that conversation, you will end up initiating that conversation. That I would call as a divine intervention. How fast and how seamlessly it will happen depends upon what sort of attitude you hold towards your connection, what sort of spiritual progress you have made in the period of separation, how well you are accepting this connection in your heart, and how well you are able to tame your ego down when navigating this journey. These factors are also extremely important along with the divine intervention. So if you want to decide that come what may, I want to refrain meeting my twin flame, or I want to refrain from contacting my twin flame, know that this is coming from your ego mind and you are kind of creating some sort of a resistance. I know there are some twin flame coaches who exactly say the opposite, that you are not supposed to contact them, you are not supposed to chase them. Yes, there is a half truth to that, that don't have this overwhelming chasing energy because that doesn't serve you. But that doesn't mean that you have to make this rule that come what may, I'm not going to contact my twin flame, because 500% that comes from your ego mind, because you are deciding with your ego mind that I am not going to contact my twin flame. This is an ego mind telling you. You are not going with the flow and getting into the state of surrender and following what your soul tells you. And because you decide something like that, you start creating some sort of a resistance energy in your twin flame dynamic, which kind of is not really favorable to come in harmony with your twin flame. So if you ask me, yes, you can decide to refrain from contacting your twin flame. But if there is a divine intervention, and if you are supposed to meet your twin flame, even if you go on the moon and there is zero probability of your twin flame arriving, some asteroid will hit and your twin flame will appear. This is all for today. See you in the next video.